Hello and welcome to Flippin' Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine. Oh, wait. The internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping live. We're flipping through Mad Mag. Well, no, we're not flipping through Mad Magazine, actually. This is the Patty and Kyle's special ed department. And we're going to be doing something a little different. But before I do that, remember, I have to say what's up to all the people on Patreon and thank them. Make sure right now, though, you hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment in the chat because I'm going to be coming back real soon to that to say hello to all of you people watching live. Hitting like and subscribe and leaving comments is the #1 way to help this channel grow. And don't you want that? All right. You got to water the lawn. Water the lawn. That's what helps it grow. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. The link is down below in the video description. And if you sign up, no matter how much money you give me, you will get a 6 set of stickers. The Potter ZB system of weights and measures, and all of that stuff. You give me a little bit more money, and you get, what do you get? Hold on, where are all they? Where did they go? Jeez Louise. You get a pretty cool set of buttons. How much did I say? $5? Yeah, let's say $5. You get a set of buttons that I can't actually show you right now because the overhead camera is broken, but you know, they look pretty great. And for a limited time, you can get the Mad Hex button too. Another fun little one that I threw together. Anyway, I'm gonna do 2 things. First, I'm gonna invite. Oh, these are the people. I apologize. I fucked up. I forgot about this part. These are the people that I get to thank for their support on Patreon. That's Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Schneider, Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, before I go to the regular chat, I'm going to bring in my friend and colleague. You know him. You love him. Kyle Bridget. Hey, Kyle.
Oh, it's Potter ZB, the comic book nerd.
Hold on. Let me do this again. You know him. I forgot I have this part. You know him. You love him. Kyle Bridget.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's better than the hisses that I get when I walk down the street.
The jeers. Ugh.
Boo.
Anyway, and I fucked up your joke. Sorry.
There you go. So, yeah, you screwed 2 jokes.
Yeah.
Always a consummate professional. If
my joke can't land, neither can yours. Hey, that's a cool shirt.
Well, mine woulda. Mine woulda.
That's a neat shirt.
Oh, yeah. Check it out. It's the official Potter ZB t-shirt.
Yeah. What is
you
Potter
can buy?
ZB?
Potter ZB? Well, it's a comic book nerdcast. It dares to ask, what? Me worry? I was telling my 3.5-year-old yesterday about my podcast. And he was like, I have a podcast. I said, what's your podcast called? He goes, Moto ZB. Like, what? What's it about? Alfred E. Neuman.
Just trolling you?
Oh my God, he does it all the time.
What a scoundrel.
I know. He knows how to make a fool of me.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So do my
easy.
kids. It's frustrating because they're kind of good at it. Yeah. Yeah. But
for a while, I had this thing where when it was time to get him dressed, or undressed or whatever, to go in the bath or get ready for bed or whatever, I would play this character, the Dressin' Bear.
Yeah.
So I'd come, the Dressin' Bear. So I'd come in, I'd be like, hey, I'm the Dressin' Bear. How's it going? And, but I'd come in, I'd be kind of like singing the A&W Root Beer Bear song. You know that?
No.
Do you have A&W Root Beer?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, well, we have it here as like McDonald's or something, right? They do burgers and stuff. I don't know
Yeah,
If
and
that's
if you go in and you get a kid's meal, they'll give you a little silver coin for, an ice cream treat that they have to bring up.
oh, that's neat. I don't think they do that here. Anyway, they had these commercials where it would be the bear, and he'd come into this song. It was like, it sounded like it was on a tuba or something. It would be like do 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 do. So I do that when I'm coming in. But the whole concept of the dressing bear became fast, like my son insulting me.
Yeah.
So I'd come in, I'd be like, "Hi, I'm the dressing bear." He'd be like, "No, I'm the dressing bear." And I'd be like, "No, no, I'm the dressing bear. I went to 3 years of dressing bear college." He's like, "I'm the dressing bear. You want to hear my song?" And then he would sing that song back to me. "That's my song." He's like, "No, I made it up."
Now get naked.
Yeah,
When
that was always the weird part of the dressing bear, but otherwise it was quite wholesome.
I forget what I came out to my girls. I asked them to do something, and I forget their response, but it sort of like flabbergasted me, and I was left speechless. And I was like asking them to do something, and they like lipped off at me like in a way that was shocking. I was like, "But no, I," and my littlest one, 6 years old, just starts going, I.
These kids are bullies,
Dude, I was dying. I just walked away. Like, what else can I do?
This is the problem, like, that past generations didn't have to deal with. Because, like, we know better than to smack our kids around. So it's like, we have to take all this shit from them. Where in the past, they would just sock them in the jaw and it'd be over.
Yeah. Problem solved.
Exactly.
Hey, we got to say what's up to people who are here. We got Harvey Esquire. He's here saying, "Greetings, Earthlings."
Well, I mean, that's presumptuous.
Yeah. Oh, the Earthlings part. I get it.
Not the greetings. You get to do that regardless.
Sticks McFly, what's up, Harv? Oh, he doesn't even say what's up to us. What the hell?
Yeah, that's very rude. You should acknowledge the host first. Good evening.
Oh, Cam Hayden's here. What's up,
I
Cam?
picture him saying good evening in like a Bela Lugosi type voice.
Cam Hayden?
Yeah.
Oh, good evening. Or what about who is the guy? Vincent Price.
It's like it's nice to see Kyle shifty and corrupt. Not this guy.
No. We got Casey Ori. Ahoy, ahoy, everyone. Love these weekend live streams. I'm glad. I love them too, and I love seeing you guys swinging by to say hello. We're being owned by our children.
Oh, my God. Yeah, constantly.
Yeah,
constantly.
We are.
Used to be you owned your children. Now your children own you. It's like some kind of Yakov Smirnoff joke.
You got me in a Russia. Bear eats child. Listen, they don't know. I had a little bit of a fuck up with my audio, and so I had to close out Windows and get everything figured out. I have it figured out, but I have to get the vertical camera set up. So, Kyle, you can literally talk about whatever you want while I try to figure this out. And I'm just.
What if it's really racist? Can I do like a racist screed?
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
All right. Well, I don't have one prepared.
Read the mad flag. Do that.
There you go. The what? The mad flag. Oh, yeah. That didn't age so well. How's everybody doing out there in Flippin land? You can't respond. I don't even have the.
You don't have the chat
up here. I do, but I have it closed because it's weird to have me and the chat on the screen at the same time.
Yeah.
We got Mad has a long tradition of racism. Sticks McFly. Yes, wonderful. Indeed. Although, I don't think they're as racist as they could have been. I think like Cracked is probably a little worse for that. Cracked, you find like the jungle cannibal jokes, into the 80s.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Or are you talking to the audience?
No, I'm talking to you.
Hear him?
Oh,
to
sweet.
Me.
We got it figured out. Okay.
There we go. This is the layout that you're going for? This is ridiculous.
Well, no, goddamn, I just chill, bro. Hold on.
What are we, a flag? This is still...
Here we go.
There we go.
Boom.
That makes sense.
That's it. That's the one we need. Hey, check this out though. I got something in the mail from David Strickler. I guess I should like cover up his. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's my address if you guys want to send me stuff. But he sent me stickers for my sticker mat, and I didn't open it. I wanted to open it on a live stream, so you're gonna have to deal with this, Kyle.
That's fine. I should send you some of my new stickers.
Dude, I would love some stickers. Did you see Dalton Vaughn made a really cool bumper sticker?
What's that?
It says, "Tell him Large Marge sent you," and it has like Large Marge all fucked up.
I just rewatched that movie. I guess this is our opportunity to talk about Pee Wee Herman.
Oh yeah,
Paul Reubens.
Yeah. How did you feel about Pee Wee?
I had good feelings. You know, he was on. I remember seeing that movie. You know, which I kind of like equated with like the Ernest movies. That's Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I also saw Big Top Pee Wee, but that one is not so good, I hear.
Kind of a stinker, yeah.
But I watched Peewee's Playhouse when it was on.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I loved it. It really captured my imagination. You know, I was probably just the right age. You know, same age I started reading Mad. And then the whole thing happened where it was like he got profiled or something at a gay cruising ground or something.
No. This is how I remember it. He was jerking off in a porno theater.
I think that's a misnomer because I believe it happened outside where he was arrested, outside of the theater. But there's more to it than that because like those porno theaters were gay cruising grounds, right? And so like the cops were going down to beat up some gay people. Yeah. Basically. And they were like, we got a big one, right? Even though I don't think Paul Rubin ever... Is it Rubens or Rubin? I always mix up the sandwich and the guy. Rubens. Yeah. I always have to check on the S on anything that is a Reuben, whether it's a Reuben sandwich or a
Reuben,
or like a Rubens painting.
Yeah. Rubenesque.
You know, all those. Yes, exactly.
Rubenesque woman. You're like, let me check that S.
There you go. I've seen some Rubens in real life. They're a wonder to behold. Anyway, yeah, he was definitely kind of like. It seems like he was probably gay. He seems like a gay guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And his show his show had all these like sort of gay icons on it. You know, it's really campy and he's kind of androgynous. But that incident happened and he just was just gone. Like it was like, no, the show's done. You know, he was like the sacrificial lamb and
you know what he came back with? Blow. He was in Blow.
Yeah. And before that he was in like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie and some other things. But he was fantastic in Blow.
Well, no, I mean like Blow was the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer that predated his arrest or whatever that was. But he came back, I think like Blow was in like the year 2000 or something. And that like helped him come back, I think. But he was
he was also in Cheech and Chong, one of the Cheech and Chong movies, I think Nice Dreams.
Yeah. I always thought I didn't realize it was I always thought he was jerking off in a porno theater. And I always thought, where else would you do that? Like why is that a problem? That's like the designated
It's a problem
place.
because he's gay, and that's why the cops go down there, right? Like, had it been like not a gay cruising ground, they probably wouldn't care. If it had just been a place where like straight guys jerked off and like homeless people went to sleep, you know, like it would be fine. But it's like those theaters are known as like gay cruising grounds, right? Like there's like a whole etiquette of where you sit in the theater depending on what you're there to do, you know? Like
kind of like Minneapolis airports, you know, like you go to the bathroom, you tap your feet. There's a famous congressman that got nabbed for trying to solicit gay sex. I always was
highway bathrooms wherever, you know.
Yeah, Pee Wee. I look vaguely like Pee Wee. I've been called Pee Wee Herman-esque. Rubenesque. They call me Rubens-esque.
Herman-esque. I don't see it.
Well, I'll pull up some photos. You know,
I'd like to see that because in your current iteration, I don't see it. But I really liked him. I thought he was good. And I just rewatched Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's like a perfect film. I couldn't believe it. It's way better than I ever remembered. You know, I probably haven't seen it in like 30 years, but
Dude, I've watched it several times with my children. It is in every way perfect.
yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this letter, okay? Jesus H. All right. I got to zoom in. That's zoom out, damn it. All right. Dear Pat. Guys, don't call me Pat. You can call me Patty, Paddy. You can call me Patrick. Not Pat, though. SNL ruined that name for me, okay? A little birdie told me that you love stickers. What a coincidence, because I love stickers too. Stickers provide the adhesion that binds us all. Where did your love for stickers come from? I believe Mad is to blame. I immediately think back to the super special number 20. What number are we doing? Which included a full-color fold-out bonus of Don Martin Give 'em Hell election year stickers. They were pre-glued and perforated for immediate misuse and abuse, all for the low cost of $1. Super cheap. I consider stickers to be so precious that I've taken extra measures to protect them. Everybody knows that the recent spate of heat waves can do some real damage, melt them up real good. So I found some cool vintage storage areas to store them, mainly in a dank, dark pit that I have been dug into a hillside near the North 22nd Street off-ramp of the Ben Franklin Parkway. A curious coincidence, more than a few Mad fans have suggested that a pit would be a fitting home for the empty suits who decided it was okay to shut down the New York offices and leave us with nothing but hard-to-find reprints. Apropos. But that's neither here nor there. I have these made up. I had these made up, and I post them all around town in places I visit. I included the word subscribe because I'd like for more people to support our beloved magazine. There are probably 100,000 kids in North America alone who would love a subscription. It's just that Mad can no longer be found on newsstands or grocery stores or at any bookstores, and they're barely at comic book shops like they promised. The idea is that with our efforts, they'll get up to 100,000 subscriptions, and then maybe they will have enough money to create fresh content again. I'm doing my part by buying subscriptions every year for the birthdays of friends and family. Ironic historical footnote, $20 is less than what I would normally spend on gifts. So it's a win-win all around. Happy birthday, Mom. Anyway, I hope this new edition finds a home under your overhead camera next to all of the rest of your stickers on that green, yellow, gritty thing. Does it pass mustard? Is ketchup involved? Now I'm getting hungry, aka always Dave, aka Clown Nookie. Well, Clown Nookie, let's see. This is this is nice. It's like vinyl. It's not paper. I was very worried about that. Mad, subscribe. Who needs you? This is absolutely getting a place of honor on my green, yellow, gritty thing. So thank you so much for that. Hold on, I got to see where it is. Wait.
You should go top corner, the empty top corner a little bit more. Maybe bring it in a bit because you're gonna have a big gap. Keep going. Up, over, other way.
Other way, this way?
That way.
Well, see, there. Left or right.
Well, here's something about me you might not know.
Yeah.
Is that I don't know my left and right. I never learned. What I learned is how to make an L.
Yeah.
And
that's a backwards L, you dope.
Well, yeah, it's because to you it is. To you it is. Hold on, wait. Oh, jeez. There. Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Anyway, so I can't use that. Okay. So go left. Oh, there you go. That's pretty good.
Right there?
Nice. Yeah, nice. I like that. It has a little askew.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's good. It was so empty up there. Every time I see that, I'm just like, what the fuck is his problem? Put something up there, asshole.
Well, I need more Mad stickers. So yeah, if you guys have Mad stickers, or like this is a Cam Hayden sticker. I got a Kyle Bridget sticker. If you have stickers for your own art or whatever, send it my way.
I should send you some more Kyle Bridget stickers.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sick.
I got that one now, but larger and like hologram.
Ooh.
Yeah. I use a company called Sticker Mule. I don't know if they're as good in America. Do you use Sticker Mule?
I don't use them, but I'm familiar. Sure, rating
I like
sticker.
them. I think they do a good job. They've screwed up some things a few times, but like when I contact them, they're like, "We're sending you more." So it's
Yeah.
like you end up getting extra stickers, so it works out pretty well. And
Nice.
they have like weekly deals. So it's like every week they'll just have a deal. It'd be like 50 holographic stickers for,
Yeah.
$10 or something or whatever. And
Good.
the best deal they have is one T-shirt for $10. That comes up periodically, free shipping.
Ooh.
Probably less in America. It's $10 Canadian.
Yeah.
But
Because
their
I
shirts
have-
are no good. They flake off.
Dude, the
Unlike
fucking-
T Public, whose shirts are really good, and they make
Yeah.
the Potter ZB shirt.
I want to order one of those because I had like Teespring or some shit making the Potter or the my channel ones, and it's like, yeah, it's just.
Do you have a T
shed
Public
off.
account right now?
No.
Before you make one, if you decide to make one,
Yeah.
let
What's
me
up?
know, because they have a deal where if you redirect somebody, for every shirt
Yeah.
you sell for the first $1,000 you make, I get $1.
Ah!
It's a good deal.
Yeah, I won't sell any though, so don't worry.
Okay, well,
Well, here, this is apropos, and so is the difficulty in finding subscriptions otherwise. Let me see if I do browser. Yes, here we go. Wait, add to stream, which is the one? Jeez Louise. Boom.
this is
Okay,
not the
so-
issue we're doing.
No, this is not the issue we're doing. Wait,
Don't
how
let
do I hide?
Don't let the episode art fool you.
Well, this is why I thought. So this was posted 1 week ago, and it says Mad goes back to Ghoul. Mad number 33 features classic Mad monstrous movie and terrifying TV parodies, spine-tingling fan favorites, blah blah blah. Go grab a ghastly issue at your local comic shop today. So I went a week after this was posted on this last Wednesday, and it was they were like, no, it comes out next week. So I'd gone through all of the trouble, and unfortunately, this was not available. Do you have it? Is it available to you?
No, I think I told you last time I was on here that I actually opened for the first time in my life. I have like a folder at a comic store.
Yeah.
And so when you said you were going to do this, I was like, ah, shit. Now I got to like find $10 and change and go buy the new issue.
Yeah.
But then you said you couldn't find it. So I was like, yes, I'll get it next week.
Maybe the Canadians get it, but we don't.
I think sometimes we get it after, actually, but usually it's around the same time. Did you
Yeah.
see? I think it was. I shouldn't say this until I double check here, but there's here's some peripheral mad gossip.
Some drama?
Yeah.
Oh, we love drama here. We live for it.
Aha. Doug Guilford.
Hold on, wait a second. I'm going to play the drama alarm. All right. These
Doug
all
Guilford.
loop. I don't know why they loop.
He posted on like every site, so I saw it on Facebook, in all the Facebook groups and stuff, and on X. Oh, I'm
What's
sorry
X?
about that. You don't want to be in here. You're lucky this is not in smell-o-vision. I had this chorizo sausage earlier.
Was that you?
Oh my god! I assume.
I thought it was
It's been
my
a steady
chair.
stream. I was hoping the mic wasn't picking them up. Yeah, you know those farts? It smells like someone else did them, like when they're
Ooh.
really bad. Oh yeah, it's not good.
Dude.
It's not good.
Okay, what did he
Sausage was good though. So
post? Send me a link. I want some gossip.
to the sausages or
Yeah. Well, yes, to the chorizo.
a link of
Yeah.
sausages in the mail. Just go to Twitter and Mad cover site.
Okay, x.com.
Can you X? Did they buy X.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that must have been a lot because that must have been a porno site at some point.
I think he's owned it. It was like a company that he tried to start before PayPal, I think, or around that time.
Okay, so he's had that forever.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Okay, scroll down to the treasure trove of trash.
I see the worst.
It's
of
August
Mad.
12th.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here, let me go to All right, I got to bring this add to stream. Can I do this right this time? Yes. Okay, so the treasure trove of trash, Barnes & Noble put out the recycled Mad paperback from 1972 again. Oh, wait, no. They just took a run of articles from the recent regular issues, 32, 33, and repackaged them into this flop. Folks, it's getting harder to get excited about listing these. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. So they took...
that's a very sad Doug Guilford, you know?
Dude, Doug is... Somebody might need to do a welfare check on Doug.
Yeah,
Guilford.
someone should reach out to him. Doug,
Okay,
if you're listening, it gets better.
We love you, Doug. A lot of people care about you. So, yeah.
And if you tune into Potter ZB this week, there'll be a very inspirational message from the Blue Beetle himself. So wait for that. At least wait till that comes out and listen to that, and you'll want to keep going.
Yeah, maybe Potter ZB can be Doug Guilford's new Mad magazine. And
it's the Doug Guilford welfare check-in podcast.
You do the
He's like, leave me alone. I'm in the shower.
All right. So I have a question then. So they've taken the past two issues, 32 and 33, and then just taken things from them, or just all of it and packaged it into
It says a run of articles. So I haven't seen this, but I'm wondering. I don't know if it's a Barnes and Noble exclusive, because I hadn't seen this at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Because at the grocery store, they're still putting the specials up.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? This GIF.
Oh, he just put up a wall to put his Mad magazines.
Oh, that's
put
so
up like
cool.
a shelf. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that looks really good.
Yeah, I like how people interact with their collections.
Yeah.
You know what I don't like? When people are just like either bragging about how expensive things are or trying to find out how expensive something they have is. So they'd be like, yeah, this is worth this many dollars to me.
You talking about me?
No, you're better than that.
Are you talking about my $500 World War II
K-bar
knife? Yeah. No, it's not a K-bar. It's an M8. But it's not worth $500.
I mean, but you wouldn't mention how much it costs. Like, if you were just showing it off, you'd be like, this is cool. Look at this. You'd be enjoying it, you know? We'd see the bloodlust in your eyes, and we would be able to vicariously imagine what that feels like to hold that knife, you know?
Know what happens is, this is what happens most often, is that people will say, I'm just looking at these treasure trove of trashes, which it must just be that. I haven't seen any of these, to be honest. So,
oh wait, April to May, November, December. So, is this just a trade paperback of Mad now?
I guess so. Yeah, so they
I
have,
didn't know that.
Number one.
I didn't realize that. So So of course it's just that. It's just issues 32 and 33.
Yeah.
Because I know what they have been doing is like a lot of their sort of specials that they have. Like they had like a Jaws one, Jaws on the cover out, and then they had I think now it's like 80s. Apparently, they're the same as like they're just previous versions of super specials with new covers.
Oh, really?
That's what I've heard. But I'm wondering if now maybe they're like trade paperbacks, basically.
How many years has the Mad stocking stuffer been the same thing?
I think 3 or 4.
Just 3? I think it might be more than that. But I mean, still 4 years. That's like...
Well, it's whenever they went under, because Goldfarb's in that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So and he started like he was in like the last 2 issues or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like me going down with the ship.
Yeah. You know what? Like, but what you were talking about earlier, like people who brag about like, well, this is worth X amount of money. It's funny because like a lot of times if I show people my collections, like if I'm showing something that like I'm really excited about or just like talking about it, like, I don't know. I have the first appearance of Punisher, and I kind of like that. I get excited about that. But most people, their question is, well, how much is that worth? And it's like, well, you're missing the point. It's the
Yeah.
first appearance of Punisher.
It's worth your like emotional investment in it. Like,
Yeah.
because if it was worth anything else, why would you have it? You would just sell it. Like, if you didn't care. Like, if you
Yeah.
didn't care about it, you would sell it. Like, I don't understand people who like collect, especially comics, you know, as an investment, you know, or whatever. It just seems silly. Just buy gold or something.
Yeah, like what a bizarre investment. Like, I don't know.
I think
it
it's
does
that
seem-
people need to rationalize their obsessions. I think that's why people sort of say it, because they'll be like, ah, yes, this is an investment. I'm investing in baseball cards or whatever, and I'm going to get all these baseball cards, because the payout can't be as like as good as just like buying real estate,
Yeah.
you know, or something like that.
It's like, no, I like little pieces of cardboard. That's why I buy them. I don't actually give a shit about the value of them. I like pieces
you
of
just see,
cardboard
like,
with men printed on them.
Yeah, yeah. It's about the men.
Yeah,
about
sometimes
enjoying
the
the
men are
men.
standing still, holding the bat.
Exactly.
Other times the men are running and catching.
Oh, are those
I
like
like
the
it.
hologram ones when you turn it?
But,
Have you ever seen baseball card vandals?
No.
That
What is
Instagram? It's like a guy who like every day he like vandalizes baseball cards and like changes them. You should follow this account. This will
All right.
reinvigorate Instagram for you.
All right.
He uses like whiteout and stuff, and he'll like find like funny words.
Yeah.
I think it's baseball card vandals, or it might be baseball
Yeah.
vandals. Did you find it?
No, I see it. Yeah, I found it. I do collect some sports cards, and not okay. So like one of them that I'm gonna try to get now is Macho Man Randy Savage.
Nice.
He was a professional baseball player.
I
Did
think
you
I
know
knew
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna get his card, but I have Bill Ripken's baseball card, who is Bill Ripken. He's the brother of.
Oh, he's that serial killer.
No, what?
Oh, it's Joel Rifkin.
Yes.
Sorry. You know what we should do sometime? This is probably
Yeah.
a better Potter ZB thing, but
Yeah.
I know nothing about sports to
Yeah.
like an embarrassing degree.
You want
And
me
if
to
you like
explain them to
quiz
the
me,
rules?
no, if you try to quiz me, on the most basic, like just like sport team names and like the sports they play or how sports work,
Yeah.
like any given sport or like any names, I know none of it. It's like I really make a fool of myself. I really don't know
Yeah.
any of it. It's crazy.
What about like, I mean, maybe it's just American sports. Maybe you know a lot about like the AFL.
The what?
AFL? Yeah, the Arena Football League. That's like a Canadian.
That's what it's
football.
called. I thought it was CFL.
Or is it CFL? No, there's AFL too, isn't there?
So here's what I know about that. They just played a game here. It was there's multiple teams called the Rough Riders. I know that.
Yeah.
And one of the Rough Rider team was playing here just a few blocks from my house.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like douchebags walking around. It was really irritating.
Yeah, you're right. It was the CFL.
Yeah, that I know. But yeah, I don't really know any. I couldn't name a single Canadian football player.
Yeah, I don't think you're the only one. Hey, yeah, we can do a sports edition. Sports edition of
maybe not a
Potter
whole
TV.
edition, but just like because you watch, like I really don't know what I'm talking about. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like I've never seen like a sport before in my life.
Yeah.
But I've absorbed some of it just through like cultural osmosis. But like it's all
Yeah.
really wrong. It's like asking a toddler to explain something.
Well, that's how I watched Game of Thrones, is just through cultural osmosis.
Okay, I just recently actually watched it. It was fun. It was pretty good.
I've gotten better about muting myself when I belch.
See, here's what you need to do. You need to get a belch on your soundboard so you can play that while you mute yourself.
That'd be a good idea.
Anyway, what we're talking about? Oh yeah, so I joined all these Ninja Turtle groups to promote that video series,
Yeah.
the Golden Turts, on our Potter ZB channel, and so I just see people talking about these things, and you see some people who are like, they love it, you know, and
Who
it
love the
warms
Golden
my
Turds?
heart. No, they love Ninja Turtles, the toys.
Oh yeah.
And to see him talking about, then other people, they're just like, "What's this worth? What's this worth? Oh, look, I scored this thing. Oh, what do you think it's worth?" It's like that's how they understand it. Like they can't be happy about something until they know they've gotten a good deal.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. I find it kind of sad.
Yeah. That's like I have a lot of hobbies that include things that could potentially be worth money. And yeah, that's like the forums. It's either people posting like just sincere excitement, like, look what I found, guys. How amazing. And then the others are like, hey, so my granddad died and I got this stuff. What's this worth? It's like, oh man.
Well, I don't find that as bad because to me that's hopefully that stuff will go to people who want it,
Yeah.
It's more like when people are like, "Oh, I found this thing's here," or "I found this at the flea market." Or like, "Should I open these up? Is that gonna I want to set them up, but is it gonna depreciate their value?" And it's like they're thinking about
idiot.
but also it'll be like the new Ninja Turtle toys, which incidentally, are cool.
Dude, I was at Target and I was looking at them.
They've really recaptured a lot of that magic. I have no use for them, but they are cool because now I see pictures of them. But people like buying them. Obviously, they're super mass produced, and they're like, "I really want to open this up, but is it going to hurt the value?" And it's like, just open the stupid thing up. It's not going to be worth anything ever if no one opens them.
Yeah. How about this? I want to talk about Target a little bit more. I was looking at the figures. I was looking at all those Ninja Turtle ones, and the new ones are kind of fun. But they've done re-releases of some of the classic figures. And I saw a G.I. Joe Shipwreck figure.
Oh, yeah.
And it was pretty sick. It was like $25.
You like Shipwreck.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really into G.I. Joes. Do you ever see the G.I. Joe movie?
With Bruce? With old Brucey boy?
Bruce
Willis.
No, the animated one from back in the 80s or 90s.
Oh, no.
With Sergeant Slaughter.
No. Sergeant Slaughter, the wrestler?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like he voices himself as he runs a special ultra elite training sort of facility in a remote area where you'll die, quite possibly. Don Johnson, he's the main guy, but it's weird because one of these things where it's the Transformers
Don Johnson
movie.
From Miami Vice?
Yeah, he does the voice of the main guy who's Duke's little brother or something. And the whole concept is that clearly they were well, we've already sold all these G.I. Joes, so we need a whole new cast of characters so that we can sell them all. So it's you got to immediately sideline all of the G.I. Joes and then have all these new ones, and hopefully some of them will take off, one of which was Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, that's not a good game plan. That's sort of like what they did with Star Wars, where they were we have Leia and Luke and Han. All of them are currently alive. Let's introduce some new characters.
Yeah. I was wondering what you meant. I was like, Empire? How did they do that in Empire? It seemed pretty...
No, with Rey and everybody.
I thought you were going to be they had who is it? Figrin Dan and the modal nodes, and they don't even bring them into Empire. They want to sell you Bosk and Boba Fett.
Bosk was pretty sick though. Hey, should we get into this issue, or should we just keep bullshitting?
I thought this was another issue we were getting into. People don't appreciate their toys. None of these grown men appreciate their toys.
Oh, dude, what'd you just grab? I thought it looked almost like you were pulling out a picket sign.
This is what we're looking at.
Oh, you have that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
I sent you a picture of it, and then you happened to pick this one off of the archive.
Oh, nice.
It's one of 6 super specials I have.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed when I saw your selection, dude. But...
Well, I didn't keep any of my Mads from when I was a kid, and all the Mads that I have are my buddy's collection. He's my age, and he had a subscription. And his parents recently were like, "These are going in the garbage if you don't take them." And he asked me, he's like, "Do you want these?" So I have all of his Mads from the 90s, basically.
Oh, cool.
Those that remain.
You're not. Well, and as we've established, you're not into floppies.
No, which is appropriate for this episode. But
Yeah.
I had this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In '91 when I was like 7 years old or 8 years old.
Yeah.
And
This is the
so very
classic,
exciting to see it again.
the computer virus edition. I think I've done a flip through of the issue that the Mad Code exists in, and it's
I
pretty
love
cool.
this
I mean,
gag.
yeah, if you've seen the opening credits for
Go
this
back to the
live
cover.
stream,
Yeah.
if you've seen the opening credits for the live stream, you have seen what the Mad Code produces. What do you like? I don't see it.
Well, I just like how the gag on this is so subtle that you almost don't notice right away.
Oh, that the paper's missing? in his tooth?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which you might not see on the screen if it wasn't pointed out.
Yeah. I actually just noticed that as I was looking at it right now.
Well, it's the only thing that makes it really funny, because otherwise it's not funny, right? Like it's just like an Alfred image.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's kind of the printer's backwards. But that's not more of a technical error in the illustration than a gag.
They probably thought it. They probably had it in the other configuration or whatever, and they just mirrored the image.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, how about this? I'm going to open that issue.
You got to fold in right in the front.
Dude, which is weird. I don't know. I don't look through the, what are these called? Super specials that often. So that's like, it's a little jarring, but.
Well, that's why I
area?
recommended a super special, because I figured you wouldn't be doing episodes on them.
Yeah, I stopped doing it because it has a bunch of the stuff that's in issues, and then I look through the issues. I'm like, wait a second, I remember this. But anyway,
It's like looking
What?
through the new issues.
yeah, yeah, that is true. I should probably stop doing that. In what area of high-tech chip development does the USA still hold a commanding lead? Well, this is also very topical. Taiwan makes a bunch of stuff. Chocolate chip cookie.
Wait, when did Taiwan start making stuff?
Don't they make something, right?
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
so.
I'm sorry,
I don't think
no,
they have
Taiwan
much
is-
manufacturing.
What?
I don't
Wait,
think they have much
are you doing a
manufacturing
bit?
there. Yeah, of course. You're like, Taiwan's making stuff now. It's very, very topical. It's like they've been making stuff forever.
No, it's topical because people are worried that China's going to invade them.
That's been the case forever too.
Listen, honestly, I don't think
It's more the case
China's-
now.
They're not going to fucking do it. They're pussies.
Why would they? It's
Exactly. But that's like
these people have
everybody's
never
worried
seen
about it.
network. There's no countries left. It's just, the flow of international finance.
Yeah. So it's all the New World Order has already taken hold. Bilderberg, Bohemian Grove, all that shit. Okay. So, and if you want a Bohemian Grove button, I sell them on my Etsy. Check it out. What do you think of that? We have here Bleak for the Future. I have never seen this one. Wait, have I? Was this just reprinted recently?
I don't know. I don't recall. I don't recall it being reprinted recently, but maybe they did the sequel. I don't know
Oh, okay.
if that, because I don't think this was reprinted recently, but there's an issue with a Back to the Future cover,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
That's like I think one of the more iconic ones.
Dude, like speaking of perfect movies, is the first Back to the Future. I mean, that's up there for me as far as like nearly perfect films.
That is a good film. I don't think it's as perfect as Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah. I won't argue with that, but I mean it has a lot of great things. It has like mother-son incest potential. It has fights, time travel.
I mean, not a lot of movies touch tick the mother on son incest box, but I still don't think it's quite as good as Pee-wee's Big Adventure. But it is a really good movie. Some good marginals on this. I like the one at the very bottom there, which
Dude,
I think Breaking Bad ripped off.
Is this a pizza? Is this pizza related? Wait, it's not big enough. I gotta go have to go further.
You got to go macro.
Yeah, macro. All right, what is it? What, they're dropping a watermelon? What the hell are you talking about?
So look, there's a guy at the front. He's like, the car broke down, whatever. And the truck's sticking out from under the bridge. And then behind, his buddies are robbing the truck.
Oh, watermelon thieves. But you'll have to refresh my memory. What?
In Breaking Bad, they do like the same thing to like a train.
Yeah. A watermelon train?
Well, it was methylamine.
Oh, okay. It was in the Mad Predicts the Future issue, new number 19. Both movies are there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's not a good good sign for Mad that we can't even remember what was in the issue like a while ago. I guess 19. Yeah. What are they up to now? 30 something?
30 something, yeah.
Okay. So I guess that was a while ago.
Yeah. Look at here, we're neglecting the chat a little bit. You think Russia would not invade Ukraine, but they did. I don't know. I wasn't that surprised by it.
No, my country's been like trying to make that happen for like decades, basically.
Yeah.
So it was like the most expected thing for me.
Yeah. I remember those with the icing. What is he talking about?
Watermelon.
Mother-son incest? Oh my gosh. What's wrong with you people? The original chocolate chip cookie company. Anyway, you guys are real fucked up. This is a family show also. Could you at least like chill out, you guys, with the topics? Here we go. Laundromat bingo. Now, this is something. I think the last time we had a flip through, you were criticizing Bob Clark. You were like, he's 270s. He's stuck. He's stuck in his time period.
I think that's a pretty glib interpretation of what I said. I think probably what I said is that he's like,
you said Dave Berg is twice the artist that Bob Clark is.
Certainly in terms of impact. I agree with that. You know, Dave Berg is like an auteur, and you know, Bob Clark is like, you know, a journeyman.
Hold on, let me look up auteur, because I know like an auteur director. How do you spell it? AUTEURU?
Yeah, I think so. Well, like an auteur has a vision, right? So like if you have an auteur director, like you would have like who's an auteur director? Like
Scorsese, I think
Wes Anderson is like a auteur director. But then there's a lot of directors that like you don't see the director's hand in the film. There's not like recurring themes in their work or like recurring shots or anything recognizable about them. Yeah. You know, so like a Ron Howard or someone like that might be like a journeyman, you know?
Oh, Christ, I hate Ron Howard so much. A filmmaker, or let's say an illustrator, whose individual style and complete control over all elements of production give a cartoon its personal and unique stamp.
Exactly. Who would you ever mistake for Dave Berg? No one. The lighter side is so recognizable. Nothing looks like it. Whereas, like, I think with Bob Clark, he's a bit of a chameleon, you know? Like, he has sort of different styles. He kind of blends in. Yeah, I think he's very talented. I think he's very good. I like his work. I think this particular piece, this is maybe here's what I don't like about the super specials is they don't tell you when things were first printed, I don't think. Well, unless they do at the beginning.
No, yes, they do. I mean, if this is summer of 91, it was this probably where the issues from like spring or winter of 90 or 91.
You don't think this is older?
No, I think they just collected like the most. Oh, here it is. Wait.
They've got copyrights 1970, 71, actually, 72.
Oh, 77. That's surprising. Yeah. I always assumed it was like more recent stuff that they were just collecting. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I thought it was like a mix. And this really feels like the kind of thing that like National Lampoon was making fun of, where it's like, with the mothballs, where it's like, oh, they, I like the part about how they smell funny and they break into small pieces. It's like that's what a lot of these like this laundromat bingo is. It's such a like quaint concept.
We'll bring that up with Rurik. He's the writer. But yeah, this would be like I would say that this is the worst example of Bob Clark's work. The best example was his thing on feminism, which I have had a really hard time finding again. Probably because I'm just really bad at search keywords on Doug Guilford's site. But it was one of my favorite illustrations that he had ever done.
Now, someone like Paul Coker, he's more like an auteur, like his work is like so recognizable and consistent, even in all of those like Rankin and Bass films or whatever that he like designed like the characters for. It's like they look just like this, like you can see it.
Okay, now this is where I'm going to disagree again. As if I'm, famous for agreeing with you.
On page 8. We've already had 2 disagreements.
Is that okay? And auteur, it's not just like a visual style. It's like it has to permeate everything. And to me, I don't think Coker. I love Paul Coker. I think his style is really cool and fun. I really enjoy it. But there has to be something beyond just the mere style. Like you were saying with films, it's also thematic things that appear again and again and again.
Well, I mean, I think with a cartoonist, it's hard to separate that from style because, there are things that show up that go beyond the style. I think it's like the way he like frames his jokes, right? Like, I would have to like really look at a bunch of Paul Coker to really be able to say like, look here, see, look how this frame is sort of composed compared to this frame, even though these are disparate jokes. But it would be hard to say on just this one thing to be like, okay, well, you look at number 2, it's like, okay, that's framed with this sort of like really square base, but like a kind of triangular kind of composition. And then you look over at number 4 and it's like, that's kind of like the same kind of composition. And even number 5 is sort of to a degree, although it's a little bit more, more subdued. But right, I mean, it's hard to separate for style with a cartoon because you don't have as many elements. Where with an auteur, you would with film, like which auteur theory is really about. You've got like sound and you've got all kinds of other things.
Yeah. I love this comment. Oh. Too bad. Oh, this is Johnny Tong. Johnny Tong, never seen you before. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you so much for commenting. Too bad there's no more new special collector's editions. Hey, check out Doug Guilford's latest tweet where he is sad. Super specials were all over the map and thematic in reprint, like the specials still available.
Well, we were just debating that. Well, I guess those are the collector's editions or whatever they call them.
Yeah, collector's editions versus, I mean, like, I don't know. The regular issues are kind of like super specials now, just not as large.
Let's return to the Paul Coker auteur analysis when we come across another Paul Coker cartoon.
All right, and I think that we might have to work on adjusting the definition of auteur for an illustrator.
But, I think he would be an easy one to actually analyze because he also does like 2-dimensional animation designs and 3-dimensional animation designs. And I think his like beyond his style comes through in that. I think like, because there's elements of style that are like pure style. And then there's elements of style which are like much more personal and like original And I think that like is what shines through, especially when like you take your character designs and then someone else is taking them and producing them as a film, and you can still see it looks like a Paul Coker drawing, you know.
Would to be an auteur cartoonist, would you have to be then also the writer?
No, you would overshadow the writer, basically, I think.
I mean, okay, so like I could see how that is doable. I'm gonna not have my hands correct. I could see how that's doable in the realm of film, but I think that that's like slightly harder in cartooning.
Well, what
I
about
don't know
someone like
why.
Sergio Aragones, right? Like he
writes
writes
his
Gru.
stuff.
He writes
Yeah.
Gru, but it's somewhat interpreted by Mark Evanier or Evanier. So
What, for the color?
no, for the words. So if you look at like the credits, it's often like by Sergio Aragones, words by Mark Evanier. So it's like Sergio's like basically like pitching him the plot, and he's
Yeah.
doing like, and the dialogue, what it would be, and then he's sort of like de-Mexicanizing it, you know, basically. Basically, that's what he does, right? Is he's taking what Sergio's doing and composing, and then making it so that it's like readable to a like a Western audience.
Do they do some type of like reverse Marvel method? Where
There
he-
actually is like, if you're interested, I don't know, GruTube could really tell you, but there is like a couple issues where they actually do like the making of Gru as a comic, and go through their process, and it's really interesting.
This is you he's talking about, by the way.
I know, I'm working on it.
I don't know if that is, but hey, that's good feedback. Things.
Well, it's hard to do anything about. So in the podcast, I actually do cut out like as many likes as I can.
Yeah, but it's one
it's a
of those
problem.
things that it's a, what is it called? A verbal tick almost of speech,
Yeah.
like a little verbal crutch. And unless they're pointed out, you'll never be aware of them. So
It's
thank
been
you,
pointed out
Mr.
to me
Lute.
for years and years and years since I was, you know, like 10,
Yeah.
you know. But that's the other one,
Now
know.
you- now
Like,
you shifted
here's what
to
I
you
cut
know.
out. Here's what I cut out of our podcast from both of us. Like, you know, sort of. You know how many of those I cut out a show? Half an hour.
I believe it, dude. I absolutely believe it. I'm not going to say the word like outside of, you know, using it in a proper sentence. Did I say, you know? Shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe I'll do something about that, but I don't know how to do it. And, like, no one's paying me. So, fuck off, I guess. Is basically what I'm saying. If you don't like it, you know, you can get out.
No, say that.
It's not my show. What do I care? No, if you don't like it, try to maybe watch, like, Potter ZB, because a lot of that's edited out, or...
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you go on my channel, the content I'm producing now, there's probably a lot less of that. But off the cuff, I'm not going to be able to avoid it.
It's all
That's
the
it.
Valley
Yeah.
Girls
I was
that
a
we're
Valley girl, and I absorbed it.
Wait, OMG. There you go. All right. How about this? How about this for an auteur? A mad look at some not so famous first attempts.
So you know what I like about this?
Yeah.
Is that I got to add another Mad article to my growing list of examples of nudity in Mad. There's some good ones here. I like that. This one I like because I like the little tits in the window joke. I think is a classic.
Where? Oh.
And there's a guy. He's like looking at him. He's like, ha ha ha.
Oh my god.
But there's another one that's more conspicuous, and so that's why I added
Yeah.
it.
But now, yeah. So you're talking about nudity.
Nudity
right?
in Mad.
It
I've been
can't
keeping
just
a
be something like this prostitute.
No, I'm looking for specific examples of nudity in Mad and sort of like building a list so that we can one
Yeah.
day do an episode about it.
Smokey the Snake. Now, this is actually a very an often misinterpreted name. It's not Smokey the Bear. It's Smokey Bear. So it should be Smokey Snake. But
why does it say Nina on the snake so many times? I was trying to figure that out.
oh, that was that. It's that artist. He did a lot of shit for the New Yorker where he would hide his daughter's name in it. That's like a little. That has to be like a little wink.
Weird.
Huh?
His daughter's name was Nina?
Yes. What's his name? It's gonna kill me. Al Hirschfield.
Okay.
Yeah. So every drawing he would do, he would hide his daughter's name, Nina, in it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's really you've seen his art almost certainly. I'm gonna shift to browser. So this is just some person's thing. Look at, there's Nina. And then, so here's, what is this guy named? Paul Neuman? Marilyn Monroe. But yeah, like usually he would hide it like with this, like in those flutes and that, like those, that he would hide it there. He would have these like very long brush strokes that would be great for hiding it. But he was cool. He did like pretty cool caricatures.
Yeah, I know.
You can kind of see it right
I know the
there.
cartoonist,
Yeah.
but I didn't know about the Nina thing. I've never looked into him too much.
Yeah. I remember when I first discovered that, and it was like whenever I would get a new, like my parents would get a new issue of the New Yorker, I would find it and I would just like look at the illustration and try to find the Nina in it. So yeah. My guess is that's what he's doing. He's like,
that's the only thing that makes sense.
Teasing him. Yeah. And it's like just making it so obvious. But anyway, what else? Okay, I'm going to be looking for some breasts. Oh, these count, right? Male nipples?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's full frontal for male.
Oh.
Although I'm not really tracking that.
Yeah, so hanging dong. Well, that's like, I can't imagine that they did a lot of that.
There's the odd one, maybe like Sergio would maybe have like a really simple penis. There you go.
Oh, dude. This is a family show.
There you go. Well, you didn't say anything when I was reading Horny Biker Slut earlier.
Shut up. Are you kidding me? Hold that up.
What?
Stop.
You've never read Horny Biker Slut? It's a classic.
I didn't think that would be real.
I was actually torn between that and Little Greta Garbage.
Oh my god! All right, hold on. Oh, you should have done that one. That's wholesome. Oh god. How about?
There you go. You should collect some Horny Biker Slut.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
they're good.
After I get my complete collection of Mad, then I'll go. I'll do that. I have been thinking about. Well, actually, two things. Remind me about male full frontal nudity in a second. How difficult it would be to get a complete collection of Cracked.
It'd be tough.
I think that might actually be harder than Mad, right?
I think so, yeah. And the support isn't there, right? Like with Mad, you've got like Mad cover site,
Mad Trash.
Yeah, but I think the Cracked fans, like the online Cracked community, they're hardcore. Like they're really into their thing.
Yeah.
They're not asking how much is this Cracked worth.
No. Dude, well, I'll tell you, all the Crackeds are super overpriced. Well, I mean, compared to like Mad Magazine, they're almost all priced way higher than Mad. So, how about this? I was thinking about you and male nudity because I was watching that show, The Righteous Gemstones on HBO.
Yeah.
And boy,
that's a good show.
Dude, well, yeah, it is. You know what? I'm going to talk about it for Ramblin' Men, so I'm not going to say anything more about it.
Okay, cool. You should talk about it for Tips for Twits.
Tips for Twits, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of dong in it. Tons of it.
I mean, not tons. There's some dong.
But there's a chunk of dong, dude.
Yeah. They go full rough a few times.
What is full rough? What are you talking about?
It's when you hang dong. It's when you drop trow. And yeah.
Is that a Canadian thing? Like how you guys call stocking caps?
No, I think that's like a
poops?
porn thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a
full
porn
rough.
term.
Okay.
Here we go. Some more Bob Clark.
Yeah. Bob Clark, his painted stuff I don't really like as much. I like it when he's like just using the brush and ink because he captures like movement and gesture really well. But that doesn't come through in his paintings.
Because he's a journeyman.
Oh, wow.
No, because he's not auteur. But I do think that he's not very good at caricatures. Like I think these are all like not exaggerated enough, or they're not close enough. You can tell who they are, but
yeah. The only one that you can't is like the Mark Hamill one. It's like,
oh, there's a Mark Hamill one. Yeah, well,
yeah,
that one he didn't go for like the face.
Yeah, so it looks like a kind of a little Asian boy. So,
yeah, like they look like them, but they don't. He doesn't capture anything about them really, other than maybe like, other than the ones that I think are. Yeah, but the ones that are like especially, I wouldn't say it's a beautiful Bronson. I would say it's like that's one of the better ones here. Yeah. But Bronson is such a like, you know, ugly guy, right? He's such a goofy looking guy that even if you draw him straight, he looks like a caricature. You know, it's like like drawing who's the big eyeball guy? Was it Buscemi or something?
Buscemi,
you know, like
you
know, these are people with like weird faces. You know,
dude, I saw this thing an ad about. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to talk about it anyway. For like eyeballs, like people have eyeballs that stick out of their face, and now there's a medicine to keep your eyeballs from sticking out of your face. I was watching television late at night, and I thought I was like dosed with something, and I was watching or like my mind was creating this thing, but it was like, do you have long eyeballs? Do your eyeballs bulge from your head? Well, take this pill, and it'll fix your eyeballs.
I thought that bulging from a head was like a trick that people did. I didn't think it was like a condition.
It's people who have the condition can sometimes like flex their eyeballs and shoot them out.
Ah.
Which is...
But then sometimes it just happens accidentally. Like, why wouldn't you want that cool party trick?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was always like watching real TV as a kid, and I would see those. I was always kind of bummed out that I couldn't do it. I would try flexing my eyeballs so hard. I'll tell you, Burt Reynolds rap. That was the first time I saw that joke, and I loved it. And I still think of it when I see Reynolds rap. I still think Burt Reynolds rap. So, you know, Al Cappuccino. This looks like, who's the dude with the funny voice? Your father, he took this watch and
Christopher Walken
in his ass. Yeah, does that look like Walken?
I was trying to think of that guy from Police Academy for some reason, but he's more like a funny sounds guy.
Yeah, that's Winslow.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody about Michael Winslow, and it was astonishing. This person had no idea who Michael Winslow was and no idea what Police Academy was.
Well, I think Police Academy is like probably should be in the dustbin bin of history.
Well, no way, dude. I mean, it's no Pee-wee's Big
It's not
Adventure.
contributing anything. It's not contributing anything to the greater cultural experience.
Dude, it gave us Steve Guttenberg. Would we have 3 men and a baby? It gave us Michael Winslow. There's
Don't you know the Stonecutters song from The Simpsons?
Yeah.
What makes Steve Guttenberg a star?
We do.
Talking about the Bilderberg groups. I really like this, the little marginalia here. The little
at the bottom?
Marginal. No, in the middle, right below the text of Mads Lurid Romantic Textbooks.
Oh, yeah. Let me zoom in. Hey, does yours have these breasts circled?
No. That's in pencil, I think.
Some kid was like, save
I'm
this
gonna
for
look at
later.
these later. Oh, I want to come back and look at those. Mom's coming. Where am I gonna look? Oh yeah, I'll look right here. That's a reminder.
Yeah. Now, where did I leave off? Oh, yes, that's right.
You know what? That really hurts the value of your magazine. You should try to erase that.
I will. I'll get on it. Genuinely, I love those like little things that kids left behind, like when they write their name or like do little things like that. Anyway, what's going on? Wait, is he into? I don't get it.
He's picturing
Oh, he's
her, picturing her with her clothes off.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. All right, man, it's lurid romantic textbooks. I think we can just kind of wait. Dude, all the breasts are circled on mine.
Oh my god. None of mine are circled.
Oh my god, dude! Look at this. They added nipples.
Those are added, yeah.
Oh my god.
Those are not in mine.
Oh, this kid is a genius.
This is Harry North, right?
It
Not
looks like
who's
him.
circling them.
Yeah. Yeah, Harry North.
Why are you assuming it's a kid?
I don't know. But because the breasts are circled, I guess. Oh, to live in a universe where you didn't know what Police Academy was. Oh, here we go. Protuberant eyeballs are the result of a thyroid condition. Yes, that's exactly what the advertisement said.
Well, I feel terrible now. I feel totally terrible that these people with fucking weird eyes. I made fun of them.
It's well, I mean, well, hold on. Like the eyeball lady on Letterman's Stupid Human Tricks. We're not making fun of them. It's like several of the people.
I was.
Oh, you were. Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Several people like tried to make a career out of having eyeballs.
There you go. So they're like new age freaks, basically.
Yeah.
They're exploiting their condition.
Dude, so not the same energy. No way. Harry North or Peter North. All right, you perverts. Jeez Louise. This is a family show. Hospital bulletin board. Oh man. It's 1 hour and 14 minutes. Should we take a bathroom break?
That works for me.
All right. You guys, we're going to take a short break. I'll put on a intermission, a flip intermission, made by none other than our friend Kyle Bridget. So make sure you stick around for that, and stick around also for more of Mad Magazine Super Special from 1991, The Summer of Lovin'.
And hit like, please, because you know that like really helps it out. You know, when you hit that like button.
It's a gas!
Come with me.
Madre de Dios! The legends were true!
Yes, Bart. Whenever a teacher confiscates something, it ends up here. Salacious halter tops, complete collections of Mad, Cracked, and the occasional issue of Crazy, and this fake plastic derriere. And now, to show my gratitude, I want you to help yourself to an item of your choice.
Could you help us put up the net?
Hello and welcome back to Flippin' Live with Kyle Bridget and Patty McInerney. Remember, guys, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment in the chat if you're here live or down below. Let us know what you think. Does Kyle Bridget say like too often? How are we doing on likes right now? Oh, 7 thumbs up. Look at, I'm going to hit thumbs up. Now we got 8. Hopefully that number keeps rising. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. And before you guys do anything else, before you go to my Patreon, before you go to my Etsy, before you go anywhere else, before you go to Kyle Bridget's site, follow the link tree or the link that I have to Kyle Bridget's and my podcast, Potter ZB, the comic book podcast that dares to ask what? Me worry? We talk about Mad, we talk about pop culture, we talk about all sorts of entertaining things. And my host on that podcast is Kyle Bridget. And hold on, let me see if we can welcome him back. Kyle, thank you.
It's good to be back. Good to be back.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, I'll get back into this. How was your poop? Did you go poop?
No, I wouldn't risk it for such a short intermission. See, back when I had a live stream, my intermissions were 10 minutes. So it's like,
For
if you want to
real?
go pinch one off, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took
Dude,
about
that's
a
a
10-minute
lot.
intermission. Well, 8 to
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah. I just take a leak and then I scamper back. And it's
Yeah.
perfect. You can check my
No, I got to
phone.
make you some more intermissions. I was going to do it today. I actually went to, and I couldn't find the template that I made to make those intermissions. And I spent more time looking for the template that I didn't find. I could have just made a new one from scratch.
Yeah.
So I'll do that again for you sometime soon. I have a whole
That'd be
bunch
awesome.
of other stuff to put in there.
I went through them once, and I'm going to go through them the second time. And, people probably forget them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, other people's intermissions are just like a screen that says "I'll be back" or whatever.
Yeah,
Sometimes
this
not
is
even
like
with a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So
100% more entertaining.
what
that.
what artist is this?
Um,
Who's that? Who's
this
that? Is that?
David
Who is it?
Berg.
Oh yeah,
Artist
you would
and writer.
never mistake that. You would never mistake it. It's always Dave Berg.
You wouldn't mistake Bob Clark for anybody.
Yeah, you might.
No. Joe Orlando, maybe you would mistake.
Joe Orlando, I would also put him in a Bob Clark category, even though like I am a huge fan of both of them. I think they're both very good. I just don't think they're as like as distinct. They're not men of distinction like Dave Berg here.
Well, I have a question. Okay, so what about somebody like who I think is a better illustrator? You would agree is a better illustrator, a funnier illustrator, and all of that. How do you compare with Wood or Severin? Are either of them auteurs to you?
Wood, yes. I think Wood you'd notice every time. He's got a very distinct presence that he brings to everything he does.
Yeah.
And Severin. Severin's a little bit harder. Like, he's less so than any of the other people that we've mentioned. He's more distinct than like a Bob Clark or a Joe Orlando. But sometimes he's not that distinct. Sometimes he kind of drifts into like these sort of like extra styles. And part of that is that in Cracked, especially where most of his work seems to be from.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like he's doing so much in the books that he's like mixing up his style so many different ways and doing like completely different styles. From sort of the cover art, which I think is kind of his main style that you think of. But I've got a Conan book over here on my shelf, illustrated by Severin, and like it looks just like his movie parodies or whatever, without any of the humor, but it has all the same hallmarks of that sort of style that he would bring.
All right. Okay.
This isn't a particularly good lighter side.
None of them are.
Some of them are better than others. This one's got some.
I wouldn't describe
sexy
any
ladies.
of them as particularly good. Yeah, that is true. There's like
which I think Dave Berg was more associated with early in his career.
Yeah.
With the sexy ladies, he was kind of like a ladies artist, like he did.
Cheesecake?
Like too much now. Now I'm all self-conscious. No, he did kind of, Millie the Model type things. I don't know if he actually did Millie the Model, but he did those kinds of stories in the like 40s and 50s. I guess 50s more. Before he came to Mad.
That was on Marvel, right? Or am I thinking of a different Millie?
I mean, I meant that style of comic, that kind of good girl comic. There's all kinds of them. There's like Millie the Model, Tessie the Typist. Those might be both Marvel. But there's other ones that are less. It's also
I wanted to talk about this real quick because if you weren't watching the last live stream, it was like one of the call-in ones, I think, and Styx McFly got in touch with the son of the composer who did all of the Mad music for like the little discs and everything, and so he also found a alternate ending to the Mad Mystery record, and he's trying to like set it up and like perform it so that it can be like you could listen to it in conjunction with the beginning of the record, which is pretty cool. And thank you for that update. And I need to reach out to that guy because I think he'd be kind of a fun person to talk to on air because he was high. He was like, I took a bunch of gummies. He was like this, like 70-year-old dude. It was so yeah, he might be kind of fun to have on. And look at Shane Buckley. What up, homies? Hey, nice to see you, dude. Where you been? Well, I changed the day, and I noticed your absence has been noted.
That's what happens when you move your show around. You lose a certain crowd to a certain degree.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm back up. Like we're at 14 viewers right now. That ain't bad. That's like kind of back up to the numbers that I was accustomed to.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like the marginal right in the middle at the top.
Yeah.
It's another kind of thinker.
Okay. It's hard for me to tell if it's really visible because like the monitor that I look on. Can you guys see?
You need a magnifying glass rather than zooming in. You could just hold the magnifying glass over these things.
Yeah, that'd be easier. You're right. Okay, what is this? I can't fucking see it.
Okay, so there's a tall building, and there's a kind of like a billboard at the top. And then you've got this artist who's falling, and he's got a great little look on his face. He's got kind of the bug eyes. He's got kind of that kind of dumbfounded look. He's kind of frozen in position. His little beret's falling off. And that's it. He's doing the thumb out. He didn't have enough room to get back from it, which that is a good technique for drawing, like to get back from your drawing and look at it. But it's funny there because he's he's on a building.
Yeah, well,
a billboard.
That's like for people who aren't like practicing artists like Kyle and I. If you do this, if you're like drawing something far away, you can look at it like that and like measure it on a digit And then when you draw it, like you can basically use your thumb as a reference for the size of what it should be like.
Yeah, if you hold out your thumb and you're like, because you want your arm extended all the way because you want to have a consistent perspective. And if you say, that Patrick's head appears the exact size of my thumb, then I can say, how many thumbs tall is he? And then I can kind of measure that out in my drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's like but
but I like that that's kind of an artist joke, that one.
Yeah. I feel like there's look at Vivian. Whoa. Dude, this kid struck again, man.
Oh, did he circle the boobs? He drew the nipples.
No, he drew nipples.
Yeah, that's not on mine.
Oh, man. This kid is out of control. But this is also like very sexy.
This is a weird piece.
Yeah.
Altogether. Did they do any more of these? Because this isn't about a specific detective film. This is just like a character that they've created that makes fun of sort of like that hard-boiled film noir detective fiction style.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Here, I'm going to pull it up on the whatchamacallit. Here, Mike Hammy. Oh, well, no, it says TV satire.
Well, there's Mike Hammer. But this isn't like a film parody proper,
No.
I don't think. It's not like the way they would do NYPD Blue or something. And it's 2 pages.
Yeah. Yeah, weird. But wait, I mean, this looks like Stacy Keach.
But you know what I mean? How it could be like a TV parody, but also a character almost that they're testing out.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
Because the Mike Hammer character, it's
Boom,
like
here
he's
we go.
just... Yeah, Mike Hammer, but this isn't like any other TV parody that you ever see.
No, it is very yeah. Okay, I understand what you're saying. It's structured really differently.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like you could do this with the character like this over and over again, sort of like Nanny Dickering in Cracked or something, where it's like she was originally based on what you call it?
I'm a fucking genius.
There you go. Well, it's trivia.
Dude, Stacy Keach is the man. Okay, hold on. We'll get back to Nanny Dickering. John Lute bringing the truth. Bob Clark, his art is distinctly him. So is Berg. Oh, okay. Well, thanks a lot, John. I prefer Clark. Okay, John, you got me again. As he's very consistent. Berg isn't as fluid and seems like he's trying too hard. I think.
I mean, we're
like
using consistent in a different. We're using consistent in a different way, though. I would say Bob Clark is very consistent.
Let me get this in. I don't think Dave Berg is trying hard enough. Now, go
well,
ahead.
I mean, because he's such a natural, right? It just comes easy to him. But I think he is. He's not consistent because his style did develop over time, right? Like, so he hits a point where he becomes consistent. You like those nipples a lot. But then he's consistent basically as consistent as he is not in the throes of like dementia like he is later in his career, right? Like, so I mean, I think that when he doesn't hit as hard later, it's because he can't, because he's an old man and he's falling apart at the seams. But I think there's a pretty good run from the 70s to the mid 90s where, you know, he's consistent with his style that is interesting.
Yeah, with a worse style. Like he got a worse style and got really consistent with it.
I disagree with that. I don't think it's a worse style. I think he found his style, because all of his earlier work is more like a Bob Clark, where it doesn't stand out. You know, it's all just kind of the same thing over and over again.
Dude,
in terms of style.
Okay. Go to the video that I posted Saturday. Fast forward to where Dave Berg is. And I think that that's immensely more
I think we need to have a trial of Dave Berg. I think that's what we need to do.
I think we absolutely do need to.
I mean, to a certain degree, I'm just defending the man that I think the dead man that I think people won't defend as much. You know, because he is a wishy-washy liberal think.
Yeah.
But, you know.
You really are an asshole. That's what it'll be like. Is Dave Berg really an asshole? There is something lacking.
There you go.
How many more nipples can we spot? Here's somebody who's an auteur, right? Jack Davis?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, nobody's like Jack Davis. And it's like, just because you're an auteur doesn't mean that you're the best or anything, or you're better, or you're great. You know, it's about sort of a distinction and like a voice.
Yeah, but I feel like it's used as a compliment most of the time.
I think it depends what you're talking about. Like if you're talking about like schlock, then you know it's like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah,
like someone like Ed Wood is like an auteur director, I would say,
yeah.
But he's not good. You know,
don't people like him?
People like him, but people like Dave Berg too.
Yeah. Can we be the jury? No, because you'll probably come up with the wrong fucking answer.
I think we should do the trial of Dave Berg.
Yeah. Ooh. God damn, like I never thought of that. Like maybe that's where my kids got it.
Have you ever heard this story where he was, because Dave Berg was a devout Jew, and
Dave Berg was?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Berg.
And,
that's
well, because you see him and you think of like Mark Trail or something with the pipe and everything. You know, you think of like you know, kind of like more white. But Gaines was an atheist, and apparently, whenever they'd see each other, they had kind of a shaky kind of like they got along, but they had this shaky kind of relationship because Dave Berg would say, "God bless you," all the time, and Gaines would say, "Fuck you."
Oh my god! Maybe it's just my being raised in a Catholic household, but it is like it's kind of strange to like somebody doing something like I don't know, benign and polite, and shooting back with "fuck you."
Well, we should do the trial of Gaines. That would be a good of William Gaines. That would be a good episode too.
Yeah, it'd be like if somebody said like "Happy Hanukkah" to me, and I was like "fuck you." That'd be intense, wouldn't it? It'd be like, "Oh, thanks,
well, I
man."
think the idea though is it's not like just some stranger, because like now Gaines has said "fuck you" to him so many times that he knows what he's doing. You know, it's not just slipping out. It was part of their relationship.
Yeah. Wait, what is this? That's the post that got over 1,000 likes and 60 comments. It was nuts.
Oh, about Dave Berg.
Well, DM it to me, man. I can't. Let me see this. I'm not on fucking Facebook and all that stuff. Unless it wasn't on Facebook, then I'm just not paying attention.
Man, I love this top panel. This the Valley Girls historical campsite.
Yeah.
God. I can't think of like there's not too many cartoonists whose work I look at and I have like almost a transcendent experience, you know. Even fleetingly, you know, but Jack Davis, man.
What
I just love the way
on.
he like handles the different layers of like depth and stuff with the different sort of pen widths and use of grays, and you know the way the detail is. Just everything is just so perfectly composed and beautiful. Like, or the way the feet are like open at the bottom and it becomes like this sort of.
Yeah, real quick, like that thing you're talking about, like with the fore, mid, and background. Like, it is when you notice it, it's like pretty stark. You have like these 7 in the front that are really great. Then you have these 2 in the mid ground, and then these ones in the background that are like, you kind of get a sense of what they're like with this little bob haircut and the bubble and, you know, the buns back there. But it's just like a little bit less details each step of the way. And it just kind of pushes them further and further back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like how you said these ones at the front are great, and then these ones are, because it implies
Did I
that,
say
like,
great?
more. That's how you describe having more detail and like
Oh,
heavier
yeah.
line weight variation, which I don't think that's necessally a good way of
I
putting it.
apologize for the value judgment on them. They are great. They're all great women.
But I
These
also
ones
like
are
how
highly
he
detailed.
manages where he puts them too, right? Because he's using the space, so he's not only creating depth by putting these characters in the background and, you know, adding to the sort of mise en scène of the scene, but he is placing them in such a way for like maximum enjoyment. So it's like if there's a gap between 2 heads or something, it's like he's going to put some faces in there that are interesting, or some characters in there that are interesting, and that you have a feeling about like who they are, you know?
Yeah, you don't find a lot of dead space in his artwork, and it's used usually pretty wisely.
Yeah, and I mean,
that
it almost
with,
looks like a Harvey Kurtzman, like the characters in the background almost look the way Harvey Kurtzman draws regularly.
Yeah. But I noticed that when he does like the sports things, and he'll have like a field, he'll have like some action on the field, and then back in the background there's the stands. And in the stands, like he's fitting in, you know, all of these faces and all of these details.
It's effortless.
Yeah. And it's great.
I was just reading this interview with R. Crumb, and he was talking about working with Jack Davis for, it was like 5 or 6 questions about it.
Yeah.
I have to send it to you. It's really interesting.
All right, yeah. Know what I noticed about Jack Davis in this one in particular, but not all mad artists. Oh, there's some nipples on the other page from the previous owner of this issue. Behind that lady, anyway, is he can draw black people.
Ooh, Jack Davis?
Yeah. Not all the mad artists can draw black people.
Yeah, and they don't come across as like racist or anything, which is like, that's, I think, the challenge, I think, for a cartoonist.
Yeah.
When you're trying not to be racist, but you're trying to like depict, you know, people of different races, is like,
Yeah. You're like,
you know,
okay,
as a because you're already exaggerating, right? You're already working with stereotypes and stuff. So it's like, how do you work in that sort of way without, you know, being hurtful?
I imagine cartoonists are like, they're drawing a black person. They're like, fuck, okay, the lips. Oh, fuck.
Well,
What
it's
am I
not that
gonna do?
hard. It's not that hard, but it can kind of seem that way sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's, I mean, like, because, you know, like, obviously, with so many illustrations in the past, if you cross the line, it'll...
There's a lot of baggage. There's a lot of baggage as a cartoonist, especially if you're, you know, someone like me who's like interested in cartoons like R. Crumb, for example, or just like Golden Age art, you know, all this sort of humor art. It's like there's a lot of racist imagery that you have to kind of grapple with, and you've kind of absorbed that, and it's kind of baked into your style, you know, like.
Yeah. Oh, wait, here I should zoom in. I found some more. This kid is an Artur. Hold on. Boom, you see him?
You put nipples on there?
Yeah. Yeah, my dude did it.
I don't see them.
Oh, it must be a failure in my camera, because I can see him plain as day.
Yeah, I mean, it looks the same as my copy. The other ones, definitely, those are added nipples. This kid, this is like, do you know where you bought this? Do you know the provenance of this issue?
No, I wish I did. Maybe it's my brother's. I don't know.
Because like,
There's
this is the kind of thing where it's like, you want to go pull all the other issues from this kid and see, you know, was he putting camel toes in? You know, what could he be doing? Where did he go from here? How did he develop as an artist?
I'm going to send this cover to my brother and be like, does this look familiar to you?
I'm telling Mom.
Oh my God. Paul Peter Porges. I like him. He's an auteur.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. They can't all be auteurs. And we just named like 3
Sure
auteurs.
they can. Sure they can.
No.
Well, not Bob Clark, but...
Wow. Here's Bob Jones. That's a name you don't like hear too often in Mad Magazine.
Yeah. How long was he in?
Let me see. Oh, oops. I'm not on the right page anymore. Okay. National Parks. What is this? Sometimes you're much better off. Here we go. Bob Jones. Oh, it's not a... Oh, God damn it. All right. Bob Jones. Here we go. He was at 76, pretty consistent up to, well, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 84, 85, 88, 89, 90, 92, 95, 96. But towards the end there, it was kind of sparing, like maybe 1 or 2 issues.
Well, because he did his own humor mag, right?
Did he? What was it? Just
Crazy Man Jones? Crazy. Isn't that his?
Crazy Man Crazy?
Crazy Man Crazy.
All right,
or maybe I'm thinking of something else. I think he did a humor mag. Here, let's see, Bob. Let's look at Lambiek.
What's Lambiek?
It's a comic.
I always thought that was an iambic.
Lambiek. Lambiek. He's not.
Well, there's also Bob Jones University, so this is confusing.
Well, this is in keeping with Mad and having artists with the same name as like church leaders.
Dave Berg, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not going to find it. You'll have to find it.
He's not in here, but I think he did. I think he did a humor mag. I thought it was Crazy Man Crazy, but maybe it was a different one.
Sometimes you're much better off not knowing. Yeah. Dude, some of these are like, who is this woman? Hideous. I've talked to you so often on the phone. How about lunch? Just got to see if you're as pretty as your voice sounds. Everybody's voice sounds pretty.
Oh my God.
What are you laughing at?
I flipped past this page and there's like a really funny like Mad Staff caricature cartoon on the next page after acronyms. It's like the second page, the third page of acronyms, the bottom corner.
Oh, with Gaines?
King Billy.
All right, here, let me zoom in on this. I got a little distracted. I was looking at the damn.
You were looking for nipples.
I was looking for nips, and also at the chat. And here we have at Mad Magazine. The magazine needs more humor. There's not enough satire. Well, as usual, this article has appeal. Humor, hauling up more old rubbish, sickening articles that irritate readers excessively, and another putrid, predictable ending, at least. King Billy. That's funny. Who are these guys? Who's the guy with the arrow in his head?
I'm really bad at telling you who they all are, but I recognize all of their
I think
caricatures.
That's Lenny Brenner, Nick Meglin, John Ficarra probably. But who's that guy? Yeah. Ooh, nips or twits.
Oh, could that be... No, I'm doing this.
What?
Could that be, what's his name? Mustache?
Mustache Boy? Who's Mustache? Oh, Dick DiBartolo?
Yeah.
No, because he's not that tall. I think Dick DiBartolo is kind of a shorty.
He's got kind of a round... He's got kind of an egghead like that, though. I wonder if maybe he had hair and a different mustache.
No, he's always a baldo, too. Okay. Do you get Tom Richmond's emails? Yes. His ink-stained wretch every week. What is this? What are they talking about? Are you getting emails from Tom Richmond?
No, I'm not on his mailing list.
Oh, okay. Meglin is the one in the tennis outfit. Okay. Anyway. His official title was tennis editor. The Gaines caricature needs some nips. Oh, that would be awesome if the kid drew him on there too. But it's like this kid is doing this for future reference. He's not doing it to be funny. So here you have the attention hackers, crash your systems now. The computer section is online. I mean, this is like
I like how this first one, all of the guys' things, it's like monitor, the thing you throw out the window. It's like the sound it makes when you smash the side of the screen. Like half of them are just like, smash your fucking computer. These things, how do you use this thing? Fuck.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, here we have a computer primer. Are there any nips in this? Yes, dude. You drew him again.
Some. The nippler strikes again.
Nippler.
You should start a nippler file.
The nippler file? Go through all of my issues?
Well, because you probably buy Mad Magazine, you know, when you were filling out your collection. I'm sure you were buying things, you know, more than one at a time.
Yes.
Often. So you were probably getting, like, samplings from people's collection, you know? So there's a good chance you might have some other nipples and some other issues that you don't know about.
That'd be so awesome. Know what kind of bums me out? Is that I have an Apple computer, but my Apple computer isn't old enough to do this.
Oh.
So.
It also says you can try this program on a Mac, but it won't work.
Yeah. So
yeah, so you could punch this in and it turns into Alfred E. Neuman.
Yeah. I have a Mac. Yeah, I have a Macintosh SE, which is a bummer. And it does. It prints it and it looks amazing. But, yeah. What's the official nip count? Oh, I wish I would have kept track.
Wait, are you looking at pairs? Or are you looking at individual nipples?
I think we just count the pair, basically. Like, you know.
There you go.
2 or 1 if it's an illustration with nips. Or just breast circled.
What if it's a Total Recall parody? Does that get like an extra half?
No, that just counts as 1, I think.
Okay.
But you're not fooling anyone, Pat. These are your old issues, and those are your nips. Listen, I wouldn't lie to you guys about that. If I recalled doing this, I would tell you. I tell you guys too much as it is already, all right?
Now, here's how I feel about it. I think we would have encountered this before if you had been doing this back in the day. So either you haven't been doing this, or you did this earlier today when you were flipping through this.
No, I didn't flip through it.
Now you're like, you meant to erase them or something.
Yeah. No, I promise you guys I would tell you. I was 6 years old. I wasn't even nipple. I was a late bloomer, guys, okay? So.
I like the comic at the bottom across the middle.
Which one? On the
next page.
Okay.
Below IBM, the very bottom runs across both pages.
Yeah. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna zoom in a lot bit.
I think this was my favorite of the ones on here.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because it's like a mad look at woven throughout. Oh no, they take away her typewriter. Oh, she gets a computer. That's Tessie. Tessie the typist just got hauled off.
Getting rid of the old model.
Oh my god. Yeah, talk about people. This is where my kids are learning how to pick on me. Patrick wore that t-shirt tonight to show off his nipples. Am I poking through? God damn it. You guys are too mean to me. Anyway, how about this? If computers are so brilliant, Holy smokes! It's one fucking. We've been at this for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, let's flip through really quick and see what's in
Yeah.
here. Because we're gonna have to do another 2 hours later this week when we record Potter ZB.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh,
Ideally
I'm
an
gonna
hour, but
Yeah. Maybe Wednesday night or Thursday night.
okay. There's
'cause
some
I'll be
Paul
out of town.
Coker nudity there.
Stop. Ooh, a butt.
Yeah. So I actually
is
had to like, you'll see, I put sticky notes in here because I have to find out what original articles those are from to add to my list of mad nudity.
Yeah. Well, here, you know what? I already have. I'll just send you the link for the super special on Instagram, dude, because it links to all of the originals. So there you go. I just helped.
On Instagram, what do you mean?
Well, because we
you mean-
message one another primarily on Instagram.
Oh, so you're sending me Doug Guilford's cover site?
Yeah.
I've
For
heard
this
of it.
one.
Thanks. I wasn't going to go to the library and look it up on microfiche.
Well, now I'm just fucking saying.
Thank you.
bro,
It's the thought that
you-
counts.
You have one fewer step to take, okay? Jeez
It's as many
Louise.
steps. It's as many steps to go to Instagram
No,
as it
it's
is
not. Wow.
to go
No
to
way,
Doug
dude.
Guilford's cover site. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. God. How about this? This is Harry North, right? He has such a weird style. And it's like, talk about inconsistent style. Harry North is probably the least consistent artist.
Yeah, he's a weird one. He's hard to spot, I think.
Yeah.
The computer company
Rivaldo
president of the
Rivera.
year. See, this is what I'm talking about again with like when I said with Mike Hammer, how it felt like they were almost trying to make him into a character.
Yeah.
Here they're doing like Rivaldo Rivera in a Nanny Dickering type way, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah, that was
it's like they
it was the-
don't want to talk about Geraldo. They want to talk about computer companies, but they're using him as a framing device, basically.
Yeah. Well, and this was like a really common thing that they would do where they would be like so-and-so of the year, insurance salesman of the year, car salesman of the year, you know.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what you're talking about, that Nanny Dickering thing where it's like a fake interview. They follow them around. Dude, Geraldo Rivera was the man.
Yeah. He's a bit of a sleazebag, but, you know, he also, like, he did some good, you know?
Dude, exposing abuse at U.S. government mental hospitals.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his face's vault? That was kind of funny. Al Capone's vault. He did that,
Okay.
opening that. He also, with Gregory, the comedian, he showed the footage of the JFK assassination. He brought that to the world.
Well,
I mean,
you know, good on him.
That's
But,
pretty
I mean,
cool.
I think he comes across as a sleazebag.
Yeah, he's like smarmy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So this is an interesting new uses for miracle Velcro. When the hell was Velcro invented? In the 60s?
yeah, I guess in the 60s or 70s. Get ready, boys. Unbuckle those pants. Because we got some nipples.
You got some. Oh, yeah. Those are good.
Yeah, look at that. This kid was not interested in butts.
No, he's a breast man.
I love this illustration though. With like the little hands that hold each other.
Yeah, that's
It's just
cool.
like,
Very visual.
yeah.
So 55 is when it sort of becomes on the market.
Yeah. Oh my God. Dude, yes. There's nips. Oh my God.
Oh, you got nips there too.
Dude, this kid is
You must be on the Velcro pens and shirts. Did you get some on there?
Yes. Yes, this is the horniest kid I've ever heard of. This is amazing. I don't remember ever seeing this before. This is a really cool one. And there's that cool
Oh, yeah.
It's that neat little effect of like all the Velcro stuff having that like the little dots all over it.
Yeah, he's drawing those dots too. He's not using like a zipatone, is he?
What? What a lunatic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
these
think
are
that's
pretty
like a unless there was a zipatone that looked like, you know, more random dots. Those aren't
Yeah.
spread evenly, so it looks like he's actually stippling it with like a pen or something. Now he might have photocopied it or something and applied
Yeah.
it afterwards.
Still, that's so much work, dude.
Jaffee, man, he is a craftsman.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
here's
I
some
never
more
really,
Bob-
I always loved Jaffee, but I never appreciated how good he was until much later in life, where I was like, wow, like this guy is actually like really like the craft in his work, the draftsmanship is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing you say the same words about Bob Clark someday.
I don't think so,
Yeah.
but you know, he's a steady hand.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, unfortunately, we're gonna have to wrap things up pretty soon here because
We're gonna call it here, eh?
yeah,
That makes
I've got
sense.
I gotta wake up early. I'm going camping this week, guys. Tomorrow. I gotta get ready. So,
I'm just curious what we missed here. Oh, some Jack Rickard.
yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. This thing is so freaking thick.
That's the
It's
problem
like-
with doing a super special, is they're so long.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
talk so much. We talked for like the first 45 minutes about
This is a problem with our podcast, even that we're like,
Yeah.
let's just talk about this, and then, you know, the next episode that comes out, I had to cut out 25 minutes of arguing about the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah. That was listen, I will take responsibility for that. I really instigated that argument and would not let it go. So I apologize. to
Well,
you,
but you know, like if I had been wrong and thought I was right, I wouldn't have let it go either. So
Yeah. I felt like in the moment.
I mean,
felt
I
like
won
was
the
on-
day this time, but
I was on a
tides will
search
turn.
for truth. That's how I
Yeah.
felt at the moment. But
Yeah.
anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Kyle, what do you want to tell them? Where can they find you? Where, what do you do with your life?
All right. Well, I ask myself that every day, but you can find me at kylebridget.com. That's where you can hire me to do cartoons, do illustration, comics, to teach you about comics, or whatever else you can spend money on. I can do that. What else? Let's see. You can find me everywhere else on social media. I'm at Little Cozy Nostril, including on YouTube, where I'm at Little Cozy Nostril, and I have a show called Canonically Crumb, where I explore the comics and characters of R. Crumb's Crummyverse, and also check out my TeePublic site, which you can find from my website or from any of the Potter ZB shows. You can buy the official Potter ZB shirt, as well as other shirts.
Let's see your nips.
There you go. Mine? I have 3, so...
3 on each?
No, just 3 altogether. I have an extra.
Nice.
I'm
All
like
right,
the chick from Total Recall.
Oh, dude.
So that's it, basically. Check out Potter ZB, too.
Yeah. Potter ZB, that is my most favorite thing I do. Please hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Patreon.com/flippinthrough. Thank you guys so much for watching. Toodaloo.